This is not a year of passive energy. It is alive and potent, and it is asking you to be alive with it. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked, the podcast empowering empathic women who feel misunderstood, overwhelmed, or disconnected from their intuition, begin to trust their sensitivities, find inner clarity, and show up with embodied, unstoppable confidence in their daily lives. I am your host, Olivia Ashley, an empath and intuitive, and I am so happy you're here. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked. There's just something so powerful about gathering in this space together, especially when we're opening into a new energetic chapter. So I'm really grateful you're here with me today. As I'm sure you've probably heard, this year's Chinese New Year ushers us into the year of the fire horse, which began on February 17th. And since so many are talking about this and feeling hopeful about it, I thought it'd be helpful to channel 5 messages for you specific to the energy of the fire horse and what this force is going to bring. So in this episode, I hope to help you do 3 things. First, understand what the core current of this fire horse energy is, so you're not caught off guard by its swiftness and intensity. Second, recognize where change may already be stirring in your life and how to support yourself through it. And lastly, learn how to work with this energy rather than resist it, so you can move with courage, clarity, and heart. And as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let your own intuition filter these messages in a way that's meant for you. So let's get right into it. Here are the 5 messages that came forward when I asked the question, what is this energy going to bring to us, and what is it going to feel or look like? And honestly, I was a little bit surprised by how similar these messages were to the channeled messages I did for the 2026 year. So you can go back to that episode and listen there. It's a few back from this one. Otherwise, just know that this year is a potent year. That brings us to these messages. The first message I got was swift winds carry change. You are asked to take stock of your life as it is now, because I'm shown a promise, yes, a promise, that it is not going to look the same in one way or another in a year or two's time. I'm given the picture of a horse on fire galloping across the globe, sparking change in its wake. It feels momentous, even warrior-like, and there's a request for you to step up and forward and hear its call. With this image is this question of, will you step into the winds and let it move you this year? And that truly is a pretty big request, and yet it feels very positive, dare I say. Some ways you can do this is by letting ideas take root, by cleaning up what has long been stagnant in your life, by releasing the burdens you carry, and let yourself be taken by the realization that this life is all but a dream for your soul. So grasping that, understanding the levity, the freeness that comes with that knowing, what can you really let change this year? And this change is not even a question of if, but when. Remember, it's a promise. And with this change, I'm shown that there's an opportunity to take extra care and support your mind, body, and spirit through this next year or two. Support your nervous system, eat well, rest lots, move more, love more. And don't just expect the change to be positive and easy. I really truly think ultimately there's going to be a lot of positivity to what comes forward, but there will be a mix of things shifting, and with every change comes the ending of something else. So trust in what comes, but remember that this can feel heavy or hard at times. So take care of yourself through this year. That's really important. That brings us to message 2, which is a beacon of light. As much as the fire horse heralds change, it also marks a turning point for the light. And what does that mean? It means we have been in a ruse, a guise, a relationship with darkness, and much of it unseen, for far too long. We've been feeding our more transient desires, allowing negative loops and victim thinking to keep us in chains. We overfill our homes, our children, and ourselves in search for a better life. Yet it was only a disguise of comfort, of fulfillment, of control. For the truth is, these aspects of our society and culture is really there for comfort, for illusion, for escapism, for competition, and to quell the deep primal fear within us that there is never enough. Yet I come with a message that this will no longer stand, this way of thinking, being, existing. Especially if you are a seeker, a light bearer, someone here with at least one mission to uproot this discourse and see new ways of being, thinking, behaving, and living. And if you're here listening to this, I'm going to place my bet that you are one of those people. This shift of light is going to bring forward ways that understand empathy, more community, more reciprocity with each other and this planet. And this year and the next are turning points for our collective, I'm shown. So the energy asks you to be the change you wish to see and to focus on the light you hold in your soul first, knowing that is going to ripple out to everyone else. And that will start to shift more easily the guise of darkness and dispel the illusions that we've been fed for so long. Message 3 is travel illuminates. Many of you feel the pull to travel this year. Maybe you already have a trip or even 3 planned, or maybe you're sitting on the fence about whether you will or not. With the fire horse bringing swiftness and this jolt in all of us, there is a natural pull to explore, connect, and feel more alive in our lives. It feels very exciting, very expansive, and very light and fun. And while that energy is going to express itself in more minute ways in your day-to-day life, there is something really important about traveling this year. I'm shown you are all like little magnets, drawn to specific places, people, and experiences that are going to illuminate important things for you. With this energy being what it is, there are truly some treasures awaiting you on your trips. It's like the universe has hidden little Easter eggs locally and farther away for you to go find. And you're going to be drawn to them like a magnet. So trust your intuition and where it calls you. Also understand that what you find there may not make sense right away. There might not always be a big aha or understanding of what that Easter egg was, or it might not make sense right now. But know that it will open a door that is going to make sense at some point. It all has meaning, and you don't necessarily need to mentally understand what it is. So with that, don't put too much stake into it. Go into your travels and these certain trips with little expectations. Have fun, get curious, explore, and notice where you're being called to. There's something there to understand. And if you're unsure yet if you want to travel or not, I really think you should say yes when it makes sense to. And that brings me perfectly into message number 4, which is simply say yes. Girl, go big this year. Welcome opportunities. Call old friends, network, mix up your routine, do something on your bucket list, and pull that idea off the shelf. The fire horse is behind you, and if you are brave enough to run alongside it, you will be rewarded. This is the year of courage and heart, and you are asked to have both. It really is about getting a little uncomfortable and saying yes to your life and what presents itself more often. And it also means extending a hand, a smile, an opportunity to others for them to say yes to. And this does not mean letting go of all your boundaries or spending all your money or running yourself ragged, chasing a yes or offering one. It's quite the opposite. You are asked to get so present, so connected and in tune with yourself, your passions, curiosities, that the universe is going to say, oh wow, look at her go. Let me give her 3 things she can pursue that's going to help her on her way. And then it's going to work its magic and make sure they get in front of you. But if you're not ready or not listening or not aware of the subtleties around you, you may just miss it because you're nervous, tired, or overthinking and busy elsewhere. So make sure you're paying attention this year. There's also this thread that I feel very strongly in the undercurrents of the fire horse energy, which is one that's going to be missed by many, yet it's here to help you truly make the changes you've been wanting for a long time, to shed away and destroy aspects that have kept you from it. And so to do so, you have to dance with your fears. That is the undercurrent. It's asking you to show up and go deep and move beyond these. So say yes to looking at the hard stuff. Say yes to doing the things that scare you. Say yes to the opportunities when they arrive or because it just pops into your mind. Because they may just have some magic that is going to change your life. Message 5 and the last message, quell your consumption. This message is asking you to reflect on how much you are consuming day to day, week to week, month to month. And I think this is coming up because with so much change, so much opportunity, so much shifting and magnetism happening, there are things that you need to change in your life to help you open up new channels of energy and release some. And that's where this message is coming from. It gave me the prompts to ask you how many Amazon boxes are arriving at your door. What new fashions or devices do you feel you always need to have? What foods, books, or shows are you consuming? And what does your home feel like with all your stuff? Maybe it feels really good, and yet what I'm shown is a lot of us are not in right relationship with it. We hope to be and we're trying to be, yet we fall into the patterns of consumption that we are shown in our society and our culture. There's no shaming here around your consumption. It's more for you to understand, and myself included, that we are literally draining our funds, taking up our space, dimming our creativity, and letting go of energy that could be used elsewhere with our unconscious consumption. And I'm told unconscious because it is such an addiction in our society to get more, to have the new thing, to fill the need we think we have. Yet who pays for this? We all do. The earth does, the animals do, our water, air, soil, our health, energy, potential. It gets drained because having all this stuff takes away from your time, your resources, and affects so much else. And many of you, I'm shown, are wanting more financial freedom, or at least more money and less debt. And many of you are feeling overwhelmed in your spaces and with how much you have or need to tend to day. And many of you are trying so hard to show up in your life in the way you want to, yet you keep feeling tired, exhausted. And I'm shown this is because of the drains you carry. Your consumption habits aren't the only reason you're feeling the way you're feeling, but there is a bit that is contributing to it. So, what can you do about it? Well, if you want to begin changing the narrative of your life, and I really feel you do, if you want to help yourself, decide what you don't actually need anymore, or notice what you're consuming that actually does not leave you feeling good, but you do it because you think it does, or you're stuck in the cycle of doing so. And then, if they're physical things, donate them, sell them, gift them. If it's more habitual, get really real with yourself and put things in place to help you shift your habits. And then assess your true needs, along with a few wants, and map out your plan to understanding where you will consciously consume and where you're going to stop. And then stick to it. Truly get some willpower and aim for quality over quantity in your life and in your consumption in all areas. And as you begin to take control and free up space and money and time, you will feel and see the shift. And you'll have freed up the space, resources, and energy needed to truly grasp and ride the energy of the fire horse. It really feels important to do some spring cleaning in this time before we get further into the year. So those were the 5 messages. And as I bring this together, what I want you to understand about the fire horse energy is that it's swift, courageous, illuminating, and transformative. That is what it's bringing this year. It's going to bring change that can't be avoided. It's going to bring light where there has been illusion and movement where there has been stagnation. It's also asking you to care for yourself as the winds move and to be a beacon of light in your own life first and travel where your soul feels magnetized. And if you can clear out what's draining your energy, you will actually be able to hold on to what's trying to arrive. This is not a year of passive energy. It is alive and potent, and it is asking you to be alive with it, to show up, to be a part of it, and to take the action, do the stuff that needs to get done for you to have the best opportunities and outcomes this year. I hope that these messages were helpful or interesting or sparked something within you. Thank you so much for being here with me on Intuition Unlocked. It means more than you know that you take the time to sit with these messages and reflect on your own path. If this episode resonated with you, supported you, or sparked something within you, I would be so grateful if you shared your gratitude by leaving a rating or review wherever you listen. And until next time, keep trusting yourself, your intuition, and if the winds begin to rise, don't be afraid to run alongside them. Thank you for joining me on Intuition Unlocked. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight, guidance, or intuitive inspiration. To dive deeper into our community and get access to exclusive content, head to my website at www.olivia-ashley.com and subscribe to my newsletter. You can also connect with me on Instagram at wildlyolivia for daily inspiration and updates. Remember, your intuition is your superpower. Trust it, nurture it, and let it guide you. Until next time, I'm Olivia Ashley, and I can't wait to connect with you again.